Yeah, that's right. Do it. You good person at heart.
Everybody's going freaking crazy!
Oops.
Oh! Okay, Rob, I need you to really suck on this hole.
Hey there, Bear from the 50s here.
Oh, hey everybody, welcome to the Northernland Live Super Show, the Wednesday, July 10th, 2019 edition. I, as always, am your host, Northernline, joined by recurring Wednesday guest, Alpaca Patrol.
Oh, hello! I am back, and my webcam's on too. Because Jess is back too.
Robert.
Yeah.
You want to go with me on a little conversational journey?
Oh yes, absolutely.
MP3. What is MP3?
Media Player 3. I have no idea.
What is? It's an audio file, right?
Yeah.
What's MP4?
Media Player 4. Was I right about the first one?
It's a video file.
Oh, you're right.
What's the MP5? It's
Media
a fucking
5.
gun, dude.
Oh my god, you're right.
It's like MP1 is like a drawing, and then MP2 is like a photo. MP3 is a song. MP4 is a movie. The next evolution is a submachine gun.
It's like dark string theory.
I told you I don't want to talk about the movie where Will Smith is partners with an orc, okay? If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 goddamn times. Anyway, we're going to play some American Truck Simulator, and then we're going to play Pummel Party, and then we're going to play Codenames. It's just that easy.
It is that easy.
I like chat says MP6 is a computer. It's a central processing unit, and then MP7, it's another gun.
Oh my god. Dude, you know what that means? The machines are taking over. It's gonna happen soon.
I don't know, MP8, I have no idea. MP9, I think it's another gun. I don't understand.
God.
It's like, it starts with, one thing. But it starts with media, and then it just alternates guns.
Try. Yeah.
All right. By the way, thank you for saying you will play American Truck Sim. The only reason I want to play this freaking game is to try to back up a trailer one more time. I tried on Thursday and did a lot better. Then I got a double trailer set up, and it was not possible. I had to watch a video of an old grizzled truck driver explaining how to back up a double trailer. Posted on my subreddit.
That's amazing. Ryan, are you gonna go into truck driving after Twitch streaming?
I don't think so, because hopefully I will be able to last in streaming long enough for the robots to take over the transportation industry.
Yeah, that's probably
I'm not
fair.
saying like I want the transportation industry to have no human jobs, but it's rather just, it seems like that's probably the most likely way that it's going, you know what I mean?
It really does. Like, I do wonder, though, whether with, like, that kind of thing, with all the trucks becoming driverless and stuff, whether or not they're still going to need to have a person in the cab, you know? Because I feel like they probably do for, like, both liability and, like,
well,
so
to be
that
a programmer.
The truck doesn't get robbed.
That's it. I was wondering, dude, like, you know what would be super fucked up is when we get self-driving cars and then you, like, call, like, an Uber or something, and, you know, the Uber picks up your grandma, and then your grandma just arrives at her destination dead.
Jesus
like,
Christ.
I'm not trying to create a situation where it doesn't already exist, but, like, it's gonna happen sometimes. Grandma's gonna call an Uber, and then an Uber with a corpse is gonna arrive at the airport, and people are gonna be like, what the fuck do I do now?
Oh God! Quickly check Grandma's Facebook. What did she say on there? Did he press the mustard gas alarm?
Malf, thank you for the raid. I appreciate it.
Oh,
wheels already hooked up. I'm ready to go, boys. Let's see what we got coming out the back here.
I'm still actually like I'm forced to finish the thing.
Oh, the job from last time.
Mm-hmm. Which is totally fine because I was just on the road again. You know.
Oh, there we go.
I'm excited for the driverless car revolution.
Well, I mean,
someday.
I am also excited about self-driving cars. I'm very pro on a consumer level, self-driving cars. I do understand it threatens, I don't know, like
hundreds of industries. Yeah.
I think like millions of like 1% or more of jobs in the United States alone, which is
wouldn't be surprised by that number at all. Yeah,
probably more actually. Now that I think about it, but
I would think far more. Yeah.
Oh shit! No, we're free, boys. Don't sweat it.
But all those 70-year-old truck drivers, they could just become computer programmers, right?
Robert, did you see the post? I mean. Sure, go do it. But did you see the post? Probably not. On I think it was like our budget, personal finance or something like that.
Okay, yeah.
It was a couple in Kansas City. They were making $500,000 a year combined.
Oh my God! Okay.
And the dude was like, "We're going broke. How do I feed my family, et cetera, et cetera?" And he posted his budget. I'll give you some highlights. He and his wife spend $100 a day on average on food, which is high.
Yeah, that's pretty absurd. Yeah.
Spending. I'm gonna move my camera as well. Their mortgage is $10,000 a month, which is obviously
that's
insanely high. They spend
still not cutting into the $500K too much though.
Well, and then they spend $170,000 a year on taxes, which is it makes sense. I understand. You can't really do much about that. That was close. $2,000 a month on clothing.
Okay, yeah, that seems like if I was their accountant, I'd say, that might be a spot you could trim the fat a little bit.
He was also like, we can't manage our money. We're running out of money. He and his wife put $180,000 roughly per year away in their Vanguard, which I believe is like a retirement or savings account, which is a very interesting definition of broke, but...
Yeah.
And that was my favorite. $100 a month, Bitcoin.
Huh?
Why
just purchasing Bitcoin?
Yep. Why $100 when everything else is just insane? Like $2,000 a month on clothes, $100 a month on Bitcoin. Is it the Bitcoin? Are we going broke because we're buying too much Bitcoin? Anyway, the guy deleted his thread because people were like, "Hey, dude, you make like 10 times the national average salary, and nobody here has any sympathy for you because you're dumb."
Because you're a big piece of garbage.
Pretty much what they spent $400 a month on what he put on the list as party favors, which very much sounds like drugs.
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably they're probably getting some of that JP Morgan cocaine. Did you see that?
I did not see that. Can't turn right here.
So I mean, it's one of those things where it's like I don't know if you could blame JP Morgan because it was on one of their container ships that's licensed through another company or whatever, but either way, like on a JP Morgan shipping boat, authorities seized $1.3 billion worth of cocaine.
That's a lot, dude.
It's a lot of cocaine.
I mean, I'm assuming $1.3 billion of like actually anything.
Yeah,
is a staggering amount.
Yeah. No, I mean that's an absurd. Absurd amount.
The thing is, don't know how much cocaine costs, but I have been watching a lot of Drugs Inc. Intervention and a new Netflix television program called Dope. So I think I'm basically like a DEA task force member now.
Oh, very much so. Yeah, I would say so. So, so how do you feel about the 1.3 billion then?
It's a lot of cocaine, dude.
That sounds like an
That's how I
excellent
feel about
opinion to me. I mean, it just brought me like sweets from England.
Ooh, what kind?
I'm eating a fruit pastille.
Pastils.
Apparently they just say pastels, even though it's spelled pastille.
Yeah, you say pastils.
What is it though? It's
just like a gummy covered in sugar kind of thing.
Oh, I know exactly. Yeah. I've had those before in my life for sure.
It's very tasty, to be honest with you. I'm a fan. I did try a crumpet today. I had a crumpet for the first time with Marmite on it.
It's kind of like an English muffin, or as Jess would call it, a muffin.
What the fuck you talking? English red light violation. But yeah, no, it's very similar to an English muffin. I'd never had one before. And one of the things that I was not aware of is that it is completely porous, like throughout the entire thing.
That I didn't know, like, to allow crooks and crannies.
Exactly,
for the butter to get into.
Yeah, and it goes all the way through, so you like leave a puddle of like butter and Marmite beneath. Yeah. But honestly, pretty good. Pretty good.
What's your favorite bread product? Bread, bagels, muffins, English muffins, crumpets, scones, croissants, pain au chocolat, bread itself, you know, toast.
I mean, it's hard, right? Like, that's really hard because, like, I fucking love bagels.
Oh.
But I also just fucking love bread.
Also.
So it's hard to say, you know, like you have to kind of like, I to put it in context in my own head, like, you know, am I going to a desert island? I can only have bread or bagels. Am I having bread or bagels?
Let me
I don't know.
It's something that is not controversial, in my opinion. But toasted, I would probably take a bagel over bread. But if we had no toaster, I would never eat an untoasted bagel, I think.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Like... Oh, sorry. Oh, fuck. Hold on.
Did you jackknife?
No, my mute button is a pause button, and you can't unpause without, so hold on 1 second.
Ruka, you can come into the room, but you can only come into the room if you get in the box. If you jump on my power button, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm driving, okay? Welcome, my son. Hello.
Oh,
Hello.
You done it. But yeah, no, I mean, dude, like, a very good bagel does not require toasting, is what I will say. But a bagel is almost always enhanced with toasting.
Oh, dude, I agree.
Yeah. So I see where you're coming from, honestly.
I don't like an untoasted bagel. I think it's just it's like not a cultural thing, but like a habitual thing. Like I've only eaten them once or twice in my life, and I'm like, man, I really wish this had a little bit more crunch to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Very, very much so. I mean, I toast the bagel whenever I get the opportunity, but if it's a quality bagel, if I'm not getting like something out of like a little plastic tube or something, you know, like if I'm getting something from like Utopia Bagels or some shit like that.
Well, and you do live in Bagel Central, you know?
Yeah.
I've had some good bagels in Montreal and in Ottawa, but I'm assuming New York is, I mean, at that level or greater would be my guess.
Oh yeah, yeah, no, the like I say this all the time, like that people think of New York in terms of New Yorkers yelling about how good their pizza is, but the number two is definitely the bagels. That's something that New Yorkers care greatly about, is the quality of their bagels. Because, I mean, you know, it's just like a huge Jewish community in New York City.
Yeah, I feel like there's only like 2 cities in North America that actually care about bagels. And it's like, it's just New York and Montreal. Yep. I don't know if New Yorkers know that Montreal has bagel culture, but there's definitely bagel culture.
I've heard from mouth that the bagels are the bomb there, and I definitely want to go try Montreal bagels for that same reason.
To be honest, I probably could not tell the difference, but
I mean, yeah, like honestly, you probably won't. Oh God, is there a flash, like a light button on? Oh no. Is it L? No. How do you turn your? There you go. It is L. Anyway, yeah, no. You know, I've said this before. I'll make it clear again. I don't think that you're only going to get good pizza in New York, or you're only going to get good bagels in New York. I don't believe that. I think you could get good pizza or good bagels pretty much anywhere. With that said, the main thing is just that it'll be easier to find in places where that food is like common, you know?
Well, I'll tell you, like on my last day in New York at Champions of Fire, for breakfast, I had a bagel and the Vodfather. Thank you, by the way. I'm getting distracted driving tickets here, but I appreciate it. I had a bagel, you know, cream cheese and lox, and it was like pretty bad. But I feel like a lot of people, they just have like one bad food experience, and then we see it all the time. Like, oh, I had sushi, I had shit sushi in Vancouver, and I don't know, everybody's been lying to me. I mean, we just didn't use our New Yorker sense. We ended up going to maybe like a tourist trap restaurant, and you know, I was like, this food is merely passable. I'm sure if we had done our research, you know, it's not the city's fault. It's my fault.
Yeah, I mean, it's the same kind of, like, I don't really like Philadelphia cheesesteak. But I've never been to Philly, and I've never had a cheesesteak there. So I know that I haven't gotten like the full experience yet. So I still want to do that and explore it. Like similarly, like Chicago deep dish pizza. I think that's like, you know, a casserole. But I haven't had it in Chicago, so I gotta try it.
I got real, and I'm not insulting Chicago because I've never had it either, but I got real skeptical once that one Lou Albano's Deep Dish Pizza Emporium started shipping frozen deep dish pizzas ready to, like, made to order across the entire United States. Yeah. And I was like, come on. Yeah. There's no way that when that pizza arrives is gonna have the same, you know, integrity that you could rely on in the restaurant.
Oh, absolutely not. Yeah. That's why, you know, like that, because, you know, I always, whenever anybody asks me, like, hey, I'm going to New York, what should I go get? My number one answer is always go to Katz.
Yes. I understand.
Yeah. But Katz does similar things. They ship their pastrami all over the place. Like, you could just order it online. But I can't imagine it's going to be that good when it gets to you, right? Like,
that's the thing. Like, you know, it can't possibly be at that same level.
No, there's no way.
Whoops.
There's no way.
I do not want to open an Instagram browser and go to the selected page. As soon as I put my hand on the mouse, he just straddled my forearm too and was like, "Pat May, Pat May." Oh God, how do I get my camera centered again? Is it F1?
Oh, I don't know. That pauses, so I mean, you could try that.
It's just one. Okay. Oh my God, this cat, he's out of control. I'm definitely gonna crash. Oh, Jesus Christ!
You okay? Yeah, that's right. Pass me, motherfucker. I know you're speeding. I know you're speeding, you son of a bitch. Yeah.
Little bit of a road violation there. That's what I get.
Did you murder someone?
Well, almost myself, I would say. Truck appears to be a little damaged, which...
you know, comes with the territory, right?
I'm actually extremely lucky.
Are you?
I think so.
You survived?
I lived. Probably should have died.
Being, like, in a truck is, like, super safe, right? Like, if you get into fucking accidents in a truck, I imagine the survival rate is quite high.
I think you
No.
will be. You're more likely to be fine, but the whoever you hit is definitely gone.
Oh yeah. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Like not. I had put a smile on my face during that, which was very disconcerting. But like, I think that's the reality of the situation. I guess if you slam the brakes too hard, your cargo might slam into the back of you. But
I'm surely they design around that idea, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I guess it would depend on how much it is. Yeah.
I mean, from playing American Truck Sim, honestly, it seems like a tough job, and I'm sure like a dangerous job as well.
Yeah.
Just considering the amount of time that you're on the road.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you're just like increasing your chances of getting into a car accident. Just the more time you're spending out there.
Oh my god, another 5-hour drive. That's the other. Yeah, good point. Hearing also seems like it would go wrong.
Hearing,
because you're constantly in this truck that's probably putting out like, 90
Oh,
decibels.
yeah, that's a good point. And then every time you pass a kid in a car and he does the motion, you gotta blow the horn. Can't imagine that's good for your cochlea.
And how many truckers do you think wear sunscreen?
Now you're not kidding. I haven't seen too many tinted window trucks. Actually, that's a lie. I've seen a lot of those.
It's illegal.
Yeah. It's dude, I don't know if this is common where you are, but I see a lot of illegally tinted windows in New York.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. You would think they would get tickets. It's easy enough to give that kind of person a ticket, right? Like if their car's out and they're not in it, you could just pop a ticket on the windshield.
Illegally tinted windows strike me, and I understand why you would be upset with the law, to be honest with you, but they also strike me as one of those things where, when you get a ticket, you go like, there's nothing I can do, dude. Like, what are you going to do? Ticket me? And then they ticket you.
Yeah.
Like, I have a friend that Malf and I grew up with. He got a ticket for over-tinted windows once, and he was just like, it's bullshit. And we're like, yeah, it's bullshit, but, like, you also got your windows illegally tinted. So, like, and you're driving around. It's not like you can hide it,
Yeah. I don't know really what the... Dude, now the next thing is get illegally tinted windows, but also get smart windows that can project an image of people in the car.
Actually, the Boeing 787 has... instead of having window shades, it has, like, glass that can tint itself, if that makes sense. So
yeah. Like the polarizing...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can just dim it. Just get that for your car and drive around with illegal tint. And then when you hear the sirens, just hit the reset button real quick. Restore to default.
You're like James Bond or Spy Hunter.
Whatever happened to Spy Hunter?
I don't know, dude. Like, I actually really like those games.
I never played them, but, like, back in the PS2 era, you're like, dude, that's one of the big franchises. Spy Hunter 2.
I mean, it's, like, really, really simple and straightforward, so that's probably why it's went away. But, like, I could totally see, like, an expansion on that concept being dope. Like, that'd be a lot of fun. It's pretty much just, like, a driving game where you shoot things in front of you.
Yeah, that's, like, vehicular combat is a underappreciated genre these days.
Yeah, no Twisted Metals in years. No, I mean, really, the only vehicular combat that you have in commonplace is Mario Kart.
Yeah, PUBG.
Yeah, right, yeah. Yeah. No, I always love that kind of thing. I wish... That's the thing, is that, like, straight-up racing games always just, like, bore me. But with that said...
That's fine.
With that said, though, as I'm getting older, I'm starting to see the appeal more. Like, because I dig American Truck Simulator, just, like, chilling and just, like, not really doing much, but I'm still kind of doing something.
Yeah. No, I get it.
Yeah.
It's like meditation. Like, it just keeps you constantly engaged in, like, a non-threatening fashion.
Yeah.
much like Jack McBrayer from 30 Rock.
Speaking of Jacks, did you see the Reddit post where a dude deep faked The Shining with Jim Carrey's face?
I did not see that.
It is eerie as fuck.
Jim Carrey's face instead of Jack Nicholson coming through the bathroom?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, no, not through the bathroom. It was...
the whole movie?
No. It was just the scene... it was just the scene where she comes in and offers him sandwiches while he's typing, and he's just like, well, maybe if you don't come in and interrupt me, I don't need to... You know, that kind of thing. So, yeah.
I did not see that, but deep faking, very cool and very legal.
Ain't no politics. It's getting to the point where like that one, when they put the Jim Carrey on him, that looked very believable. And
really?
It was, it was pretty eerie. Like, we're getting pretty close, man. We're getting pretty close to that being a possibly significant problem.
And dude, once that happens, I don't have to record videos anymore. Yeah,
exactly. Just get your good friend George Clooney to show up on the webcam and do the NLSS for you. God damn it! I keep bashing into the barrier because I look at chat.
Chad, that's a move you can only do if you're an experienced driver with a 10-year accident-free record, like I did. Look at that. It's an overtake. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll also tell you, I totally get driving games. I mean, I always loved racing games, at least from the dawn of the 3D era onwards. But, like, F1 is, it's like a perfect video game. It's almost like, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it. F1 is just a video game algorithm, you know? You learn the track, and you know, okay, here's the braking points, here's the, you know, the direction I should turn the wheel, or the amount of degrees I should rotate the wheel for this, and then you just do it 14 times perfectly. And if you do that, it rewards you.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you finish in last, and it feels terrible.
No, I feel you. Sorry, I
no
kind of spaced a little bit because there was I suddenly had to make an alteration to my route because there were police on the road. Oh,
were you driving in the wrong direction?
No, there seemed to be some sort of a car accident. I hope the digital people are okay.
Well, Chad's making fun of me because they're like, that's how dads play games? And I'm like, dude, I totally get the dad games now.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, life is already complicated. I used to make fun of, like, oh, hey, German video gamers. Why do you always want to play a game where you're like a city bus driver? And I'm like, I get it now. It's just it's a simulation of a way that you can be productively helpful in like a relatively, non-threatening,
non-hostile.
Yeah, non-hostile. That's a much better way to describe it. That's why I liked playing X-Plane. It's just like, it's just nice to start your day with like a 45-minute flight where nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, dude. I feel you. Honestly, it's one of those things that I wish that there was a game. I've wished this since I was like a kid, that there was a game that just had like unrestricted just flying where you don't really, you don't have to stop or do any objective or anything. You just fly around a world that's there, Because like so many times in video games, you're restricted either by like, oh, you can fly, but for 14 seconds, 0.3, repeating, of course. And it's just like, I just want to fly around, man. Like, that's one of the things. I always loved that game, the Knights game from, like, Dreamcast.
Oh, Knights into Dreams, yeah.
Yeah, because you're just flying around the whole time.
Vegas Knights, the one with the roulette and the blackjack?
Exactly, yeah. The Golden Knights.
Did you fly around in GTA 5 much?
I did a bit, yeah. But, yeah.
It's not Earth.
I don't know. Yeah.
Sort of. It's based on Earth.
The other thing is that like when you're in like a plane, it is restrictive in its own way, you know, because you have to. It has the mechanical limitations of the plane. Even though I still like those too. I mean, I'm still big on those. Like I actually like. I played a shitload of Warframe actually.
Oh yeah.
Game's dope. It's a lot of fun.
I like Warframe, you know, decently enough.
It's good. It's a good time.
It's just one of those games I hesitate to play now because everybody in chat is an expert. Whereas when I drive, I'm the best driver. So when people give me advice, I just ban them. But in Warframe, people are like, oh, you didn't put the chrysanthemum jewel in the hilt of your katana. Aren't you worried that it's going to take you 4 more missions to hit max level over the course of 18 years? Dude, and then, like, I ban them, but I'm like, I don't feel good about it.
Legitimately, and I know, like, maybe the Warframe experts in chat are going to get mad at me for this, but I played, like, probably at least, like, 100, 200 hours of Warframe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and, within that entire time, never really learned the whole technology screen bullshit. I just clicked the next thing every time that I got the prompt to click something.
Oh, every time Space Mom talks to you and tells you to, you know, go deeper into your ship.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Like it's just completely inconsequential because I mean I just had fun just getting in the air and shooting down planes.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
So you know. But now they have tanks and boats now too.
Dude, you know what? We're very lucky that real truck drivers haven't taken our jobs. Because like we're doing their job while talking. And I gotta tell you, the talking is the easy part. If they're already driving, all they need is a very stable portable Wi-Fi connection, which probably is impossible right now, but they could so easily, like, just do radio shows or, you know, Twitch streams live.
Yeah, totally. Well, I think, isn't there one truck driver who has a Twitch stream that he does?
Really?
I think so.
I know there's people,
on
there are a few channels who have done, like, Uber streams, and I fucking hate it. I hate it for two big reasons. One is I don't think you should be driving and reading chat at the same time because that's dumb. And then the other one is I don't want to get in an Uber and, you know, I like, hey, I'm going to the airport. And then the driver is like, oh, by the way, I'm live streaming to 2,000 people right now. Is that okay?
Yeah. There are some of those Uber streamers who do the thing where they message the person first and they're like, "Oh, hey, are you okay? I'm streaming, by the way." Okay, how do I leave? Sorry, I had to fill up gas.
No worries.
But even then, like in those cases, like if they did that to me, I'd probably say yes, even if I was uncomfortable with it. You know what I mean?
I would definitely
just because
say
of the
no.
social. Yeah, but like it's like social pressuring into like, hey, I'm streaming to lots of people. Are you okay with me recording you? Oh no, okay. Well, I guess I'll have to turn off the stream then. You know what I mean?
I would
Like
just cancel. I would tell them to cancel the ride or something, or I'll cancel it.
Yeah,
I'll do whatever one affects my Uber rating. But like, I mean, thank you for asking, but no. Here's the thing. I probably wouldn't do it even if they paid me like an appearance fee. But I feel like if you're driving somebody around and you're monetizing their presence in your car, they should at least get the ride for free. And probably, depending on the size of your stream, also get paid for being in the car in the first place. The ride should be free for sure, though.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like that is, it's kind of like it's just like very slightly scummy. I think most people like that they end up in the things with are like mostly fine with it, but it is like it's got that little air of scumminess, you know, that I'm not
agreed, dude.
I'm not fully comfortable with.
It's the reason that I find like IRL streaming so delicate in the first place. It's like when it's done right, is fun, but simultaneously, like when it's done wrong, I'm like, man, you're monetizing everybody else's discomfort in public.
Yeah, like everybody, you know, we all got to come together and figure out the right way to stream in a bathroom. You know?
Hey.
There you go. Yeah, like I've already got the red light violation. Time to get going. Yeah.
Oh, jeez,
Yeah.
I'm speeding.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm happy that that we've got a thing here where we can just play any random bullshit and just talk, and people are like, "Dope."
Yeah, best show ever.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Every day, people are like, "This is one of the top NLSSs of all time." Then somebody's like, "I thought the show was a 6 out of 10." They get downvoted to fucking oblivion. I love it.
Yeah.
I want that. It's toxic positivity.
Yeah. There are many streamers on the platform that I do not envy. That are just like, hey, I got remotely popular because I played League of Legends that one time. Guess I'm playing that for the rest of my life.
Oh, yeah. What's that like?
Oh, God, I almost crashed. Laughing at you.
With me.
Yeah.
With me. That's what you mean.
That's the one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you know, on the bright side, YouTube is probably going to go under in like a year, so.
I think they've been talking about, they tweeted yesterday, like, hey, we're going to fix our copyright system. And, yo, brother, let me in, dude. I'm like, I'm stoked that finally I've had a positive change on the platform because it seemed to happen in very close proximity to me getting a false copyright strike. I'm just saying. Pretty influential. However, like, I'm like, dude, I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah.
Basically.
It's not the first time that they've said that. And also, recently they banned a World War II history channel, actually.
Oh, because they probably had, like, clips of a Hitler speech or something for historical... Yeah. Yeah!
Yep. Good old YouTube.
Well, that's the problem with, like, machine learning. Like...
Yeah.
It's just that, like, I've had it for, like, a year. I think everybody finally got it, which is, this... You self-rate your own videos.
All right, yeah.
So, like, you say, like, hey, did you say the F word in this video? It's so great all the time, too. Because you have to... Light profanity, and then in brackets, it's like, a judge talking to you. It's like, in parentheses, shit, damn, fuck, F word occasionally, even bleeped. And you're okay. So, finally they put a new wrinkle into it. And it's... Again, because it's just impossible to moderate the amount of content that comes onto YouTube. Or at least they feel like it's not worth the cost that it would actually cost them. But finally, they've now been like, okay, you've adequately and correctly represented your videos with the self-evaluation, so now we're just going to trust your evaluations. And I'm like, okay. I'm now a trusted channel when it comes to my self-evaluations, apparently. And I don't lie in the evaluations, because I'm at the point where I'm like, dude, if you want to demonetize a 3-hour NLSS because I said the F word, go ahead. Like, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
I do the NLSS for Twitch, not for YouTube. It's on YouTube for, like, archival purposes.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It feels so, like, insulting. Even though I'm not the one being insulted by it,
No,
you know.
I understand. Trust me.
But
now that I'm trusted, it's time to pivot to politics.
Now's the time. You can finally do it. The proletariat will rise.
You will never guess what Brie Larson did this time, dude. She's constantly getting mixed up with all sorts of stuff.
Oh, man.
You gonna vote for that gamer president? Let's not even go into it.
Wait, who's the gamer president?
Oh, it's a Twitter account. That's just, I mean, it's
Oh yeah,
it's satire, but
is it the same guy who did the Game of Thrones tweet?
I didn't see, but that sounds right.
It was on Free Folk. It was like a guy being like, no presidential candidate has mentioned what HBO has done to us. I promise to, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, I forgot. He goes by the name of Bernard Sanders. Excuse me, GMC Sierra. I signaled. You gotta let me in. I'm delivering petrol, dude. What, your car doesn't run on gas? You want to cut off a truck driver? You eat today, buddy? Thank a truck driver, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Damn straight, dude. Damn fucking straight. Whenever you see a truck driver, make sure you walk up to them and you say thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. That's why, well, I see these farmers. And they're always like, if you eat today, thank a farmer. Yeah, well, did you eat today? Thank an eater, as far as I'm concerned.
Damn
Who do you
straight.
think's buying your bananas, bitch? Well, Dole. And then they're shipping them out via a company that they own deeper in the supply chain. And then
also, to be honest, like largely the American government.
They're buying all the bananas. Oh, they subsidize the bananas.
Yeah, it's like they subsidize the shit out of corn.
Oh,
like,
dude, don't even talk to me about corn propaganda, dude. Corn and milk.
Big milk, dude.
Big milk, dude. Although I'll tell you, you know what I bought yesterday? I tweeted about it. You probably saw. If you have notifications on for my Twitter account. I bought Skyr Icelandic yogurt.
Oh, okay. Probiotics?
I think so, but that's not really why I bought it. I bought it because, dude, the macros are out of control.
Really?
It's insane. It's got, like, for 30 grams or 25 grams of Skyr, it's like 17 grams of protein. It's like exclusively made of protein.
Really? Protein? I didn't, is that like a yogurt thing, or is that
a yogurt?
That
yeah.
thing? Really? I didn't know that yogurt had a lot of protein in it.
I don't. Greek yogurt does. Most yogurt, I think, is kind of on like the, maybe like the C level for protein. But Skyr is like unbelievable.
Yeah. Huh.
I don't care if it's the mountains come.
There is so much food that we eat that is just different, like different stages of old milk.
He's absolutely right.
And it turns out they're all delicious.
I actually don't really like yogurt.
No?
Not really.
You like kefir though, right?
Dude, I love kefir.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I'm drinking it. Might, because kefir, when I think of kefir as like a kombucha.
Yeah, okay. I see what you're saying. But I mean, yogurt's made very similarly, I'd imagine. Right? Like they just put like a culture in and wait. That's my guess anyway. I don't actually know.
Apparently kefir is yogurt. So maybe I've been drinking kefir water. I don't know. Like, Chad, what's the difference here?
Well, kefir is like sort of like, it's not as viscous as yogurt is, right? Yeah, a little bit, but it's definitely more liquidy though.
It's called water kefir, but you got it. Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't been drinking real kefir.
Ah.
Fair enough. Dude, there's no way I'm going to be able to park this son of a bitch. I'll try, but first you gotta put it in reverse. Hello, Ruka.
Oh, I gotta put my blinkers on. Don't want to get a ticket. Yeah, no, I mean, I like kefir too. It's tis enjoyable. Jess is not a fan. Yeah, she did give hers to JJ the dog. Who
you gave the kefir to the dog?
Yeah, the dog loved it. He fucking loves kefir.
Well, he's a dog.
Yeah, yeah.
Good enough, dude.
He was consuming it out of a teacup. It was adorable, and he had a great time.
Can you just feed food to a dog?
I mean, like, yeah. They're like the few things that are like poisonous to them, like chocolate, and is garlic like bad for dogs?
Yeah.
Garlic.
Yeah. But like for the most part, yeah, they can eat whatever the fuck they want.
Really?
But probiotics are good for their stomachs too. Oh, onions, yeah.
Hey. Is this highest length or lowest length? This is like a 7-hour ride. 7 hours. 6. I think I got it backwards. I want a short ride. 1 second.
Hell yeah.
6.5 hours. They're all the same freaking length, dude.
Oh, are we like close?
No. We got like probably 10 minutes or something, but
okay.
15.
Because I just did a run. Now I gotta do. This one's called nuts, but that one's called plows. Got to do plows. I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, you know, like you're not feeding the dog exclusively kefir.
I hope not. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, that would. I mean, really, that's just making more work for yourself. You're gonna be cleaning up a lot of diarrhea.
Well, did I tell you like that? You know, I buy almond milk and cashew milk, etc., and on the nut milk it says, "Don't feed this to your baby instead of breast milk."
Really?
Yeah. And I was just like, "Come on, man." At first, I was like, "Nobody's doing that." I know some people are doing it. When I say nobody, I mean like a very, very, very small proportion of the population.
Yeah, and those are the same people that aren't vaccinating their kids.
Yes,
so,
exactly.
You know, yeah, it's like even the anti-vaxxers is still like a very small percentage, which is sad that it's so talked about. And I realize that I'm the one talking about them right now.
I think it's okay to bring it up as long as you recognize that every time you bring it up, you have to be like, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
As long as you normalize making fun of people who don't vaccinate their kids, I think that it's totally fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope so, because I do it, so I'm hopeful that's true. Oh, this is a 75-mile-an-hour highway, is it there? I like that.
Yo, you guys want to get some groceries at Hood's?
You know, since Dan has talked about Hood Milk, I have seen Hood Milk like repeatedly.
They got great kefir too.
I would imagine Hood kefir is the best kind, man. I had dude, you know what I've been doing lately a lot actually is like tomato salads and like caprese salads.
Oh
and stuff.
yeah, dude, it's a great salad.
It's fucking delicious.
It's a beautiful salad.
Yeah, like I've been like salads just made of just like cherry tomatoes and like some olive oil and shit and you know various other stuff is fucking dope. Highly recommend it, to be honest with you.
What do you think is your favorite salad? Do you think it's a caprese?
I don't know. Maybe. I really do like a caprese salad.
Is it caprese?
I've heard people call it caprese. It's not. That's not how it's pronounced in like Italian. I think in Italian the cadence is like caprese.
When I order that salad, I just point to it. I go like, "I'll have this salad," and then I hear the server. They either go, "Oh, the caprese" or the caprice. Okay.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just like, you know, we're in North America. We're not going to be pronouncing things right. Yeah. Whatever. You know.
And I always spring for the extra gabagool.
You gotta get that gabagool, baby.
The $3.50 for gabagool.
Oh, give me that gabagool right in my goddamn gaba mouth. Gabagool is delicious, actually, though.
I thought that was my exit, dude.
I want to get some mortadella soon.
Oh.
Mortadella's good.
I gotta tell you, I think my favorite salad is a very pedestrian salad, but I like a Caesar salad.
Ooh, that is very pedestrian. But I mean, it's good salad.
I didn't eat Caesar salad for probably the first 23 years of my life, maybe. Now, sometimes I'll eat like a few Caesar salads a week.
Really?
I'm just saying, you know, sometimes, you know, Kate and I would be on like a different lunch schedule, and then we'll go out for dinner. She's hungry. I'm not that hungry. I'm like, you know what? Just give me a Caesar salad. And I eat it, dude. And at no point am I like, oh, I'm being deprived of a real meal.
Yeah, you know, like, it's one of those things that, like, you know, obviously this seems like an oxymoron considering that I'm a big fat dude, but I enjoy salads. They're very tasty. And I think people have, like, this wrong impression of salads that they have to be, like, you know, that they're just health food, but they're not. I mean, they're just good. You know?
Yeah, not in America is a good answer.
It's very true. Yeah.
Well, like, dude, I when I eat a Caesar salad, I'm under no, you know, fantasy that this is, I'm eating something that's good for me.
Yeah. It's got like croutons and often like chicken and stuff.
Extremely fatty dressing.
Yeah.
Way too much shredded Parmesan cheese.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm like,
and most people have them with like dressings that have just like, you know, a cup of sugar and some water. That's the dressing.
And I'm like, it's delicious.
Yeah.
When I went to Josh's wedding, I had a Caesar salad for lunch both days. Now, to be fair, it was one of the only things that looked palatable on the hotel restaurant menu.
Fair, yeah.
Which did not provide the meal for Josh's wedding, to the best of my knowledge, because that meal at the wedding was fantastic. But the lunch left a little to be desired. That's not his fault.
Not so much. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, actually, the most recent salad that I ordered,
fruit salad.
No, actually, but I was more so where I got it from, which was McDonald's.
Oh yeah, okay, you get like an Asian noodle salad.
Yeah, I got something like I got the
sesame ginger
Asian thing, the whatever that was. That like I think I got that one. But dude, McDonald's salads not that bad.
Yeah,
they're not great, but they're not that bad really.
I have deprogrammed McDonald's out of my brain.
That's good.
I think it is good. I mean, I've gotten to bat for McDonald's in the past. I definitely have not eaten McDonald's in like at least 4 to 6 months would be my guess.
Oh, we had it last night for dinner.
And then on Sunday, Kate was like, hey, can you, like, I'm streaming, but I'm hungry. Can you go to McDonald's and get me something? And I was like, yeah, okay. I'll be a good husband and go do that. Went to McDonald's. Did not get myself anything. I wasn't even tempted. I was just like, yeah, I'll get Kate's meal and then, you know, just go home.
Very good husband move.
Eat a chicken tortilla.
You know, maybe that's why you've been getting jacked. Is you've been consuming like 100 calories a day of just eating chicken and tortillas.
Oh, it probably. I would estimate I'm probably eating around 3,000 calories a day. And,
really?
That's you know, if you talk to somebody about working out, they'll talk your freaking ear off. I understand that it's annoying, but now that you brought it up, you're fucked, brother. But like, I definitely have not been eating enough carbs. Like, I'm not trying to do keto. I just keep neglecting to buy carbs from the grocery store, and I find myself getting like this incredible. That's bullshit, dude. Getting this incredible brain fog that I now have counteracted with eating like several handfuls of dried mangoes every day. And
yeah,
it's working out okay.
Well, that's good.
It's bullshit, Chad. If you live in a major city, you see a yellow light with a protected arrow, sometimes you gotta take it. They would do the same shit to me.
Oh, Lord. Oh, yes, please, thank you. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm getting a shoulder rub.
That's a Vancouver left right there, okay? Skirt.
Yeah. Yeah, I wanna start eating a little healthier. I'm starting to feel it, you know?
So I don't want to become one of those people, you know, they work out for a month and a half, they start eating right, and then they're like, you know, you got to try it, you know?
Yeah.
But I will say, I think one of the things that I wish someone had said to me is you see posts from people that are like, hey, check out like the transformation that I made over the course of like a year. And they start and they're obviously out of shape. And then when they... like a year, 2 years later, you're like, oh, they're in like really good shape. But, you know, when you think about things like that, I think the human brain goes like, oh, I have to pay a year.
Yeah.
But then at the end, I get this body. When in reality, it's like a curve, if that makes sense. Like, you know, in January, they look like garbage. No offense. And then in, like, February, they're, like, 95% garbage. And then in March, they're, like, 90% garbage. They get to, like, July, and they're, like, 50% Greek god. And then in August, they're 55% Greek god. In September, they're 60% Greek god. You know, you don't just flip a switch and hop in a hyperbaric time chamber. And then... you know, you pop out on the other side looking well. You get the little signposts along the way, if that makes sense. So, like, that's the thing, is it doesn't take a year. It might take a year to get to that point, but you're also getting these little milestones along the way that keep you motivated as well.
Well, and similarly, like, I feel like to some degree, those kinds of, like, ideals of, like, the before and after thing, can be disheartening to people sometimes, because, you know, they can feel like, oh, hey, I started the Atkins whatever, and I've been doing it for like 3 months, and I don't see any physical changes on my body. You know, I feel like I'm not doing anything, and then they get, you know, depressed over that. Right, you know, rightfully so, I suppose, because they've been expected to believe that that's going to happen. You know,
dude, I don't trust, and this is maybe not fair, but I don't trust fitness influencers and fitness magazines. And the reason is, I'm not ripped, but I feel like the methodology is so simple. You just, you know, find a good program. The science has been out on that for, like, you know, 70 years or something ridiculous. Lift the weights, actually go down to the gym, eat right. The science on that has been out for, again, like 50 years. And then how much innovation like, there's these YouTubers, and I'm in the same boat 100%. You know, I'm doing an Isaac episode every day. Sometimes you struggle for shit to talk about. If you're like a fitness YouTuber, what do you talk about? After you've done after you've done like a year's worth of videos, you gotta start going to shoot the one exercise people are neglecting to put into their program. You're like, it's just it's like clickbait, you know?
I mean, it is. Like, it's like we've talked about it. This has been an LSS topic before, where it's just like, I think people get too hung up on the idea of the one thing that they've been missing. You know, like,
if I start putting face pulls. Look at this guy's ripped. I'm not ripped. All I gotta do is start doing face pulls.
Right, yeah. Or like, oh, it's the X, Y, or Z that's been in my diet. That's why I'm fat. Not, you know, right? Yeah, not all of the calories of that thing that you're having. You know, it's like, it's kind of just disingenuous, and it is basically just kind of like human clickbait.
Yeah.
Just kind of...
I mean, I fell victim to the same thing. I was like, man, I haven't had as much trapezius development as I wanted. So I was Google, like, best way to, you know, develop your trapezius. And then it's like, if you're not shrugging 400 pounds, if you're not leaving calluses on the bar when you do barbell shrugs, you're not doing it right. And then, like, I just went, all right, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Because that's so much of, like, especially, like, male-driven fitness is just steeped in this toxic, like...
gatekeeping.
Well, just like, hey, you really want to build muscle? Why don't you stop being a fucking pussy who listens to Ariana Grande? Crank up the music, brother, and then go work some sets. And I'm like, why can't you just be like a normal human being and also lift weights? I don't understand why you always gotta be like, most people's problem, they go to the gym and they're not giving it 110% because they're fucking weak. If you're weak in the gym, you're gonna be weak in your life. And I'm like, dude, you're a freaking blogger. Get over yourself, you weirdo.
Yeah.
Why you gotta be this? You gotta be so strange about it. It's a hobby.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that also does kind of come with the territory with, like, YouTube or internet fame, where people get, like, fucking balloon egos about like how important they are, which is just also, you know, perpetually frustrating.
Like, you're a gamer, dude. You got famous for getting scared at video games. Why are you now talking about, like, you know, the way that society should work in North America?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel you very, very much.
I just don't. And sometimes I find myself going down the not going down that path, but like starting to get a big head about like, well, I'm an influence, so I should I want to make sure that people see things the way I see them. And then I'm like, shut up, you fucking idiot! You played like a little game about a baby who shoots tears. Like,
yeah,
doesn't mean you can't have an opinion, but simultaneously, like, you know, just recognize there are actually like people who have studied this shit for like their whole life, and just because you know, maybe even thousands or millions maybe of people are paying attention to you, that doesn't mean that they should be.
Yeah,
like you didn't get to where you were because people were like, I like what this guy's got to say.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it is one of those things where like I think there's a good amount of, you know, quote unquote influencers on the internet that do not recognize the responsibility of their position of like, you know, having like hundreds of thousands of small children watching them, and instead would rather exploit them for money rather than, you know, like trying to. Did I just see a plane crash? What the fuck is happening? The biplane just fucking dive bombed that highway, dude. The fuck was that?
Chat, what just happened on Robert's stream?
The Christ was that, man? The guy all right? Can we call somebody? Do I get it? Is this like part of the game? Do I have to call 911 and see?
Please
if
call
I get
truck
like
care.
Jesus. Anyway, but yeah, like I think there's a lot of people who do not recognize the responsibility of their position, which is frustrating.
It's
like
very frustrating. All you have to do
Yeah.
is not say dumb shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
You can even believe dumb shit and just never say it. That's the little secret of the industry for you.
I believe a lot of dumb shit that I don't say, which may come as a shock to chat.
I probably hold opinions which are objectively wrong.
Oh, absolutely. Me
That's
too.
why I don't say them, because someone in chat will be like, hey, dumbass, that's not right. And that, you know, it's not really what I make content for. Mostly I do it for the top rights.
Thank you.
Do you want to switch to Pummel Party?
Sure.
I don't know.
Anyway.
I'm still 4 hours away from my destination.
Oh yeah, I'm like halfway into mine
So
too.
I'm gonna
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I feel you.
All right, just leave that there, and fix that next time. That's a tomorrow problem. See you in 3 minutes.
Quit. Hell yeah, brother.
Oh man, you know what I'm gonna do?
Oh my god. What happened?
I'm gonna take a piss.
Nice. Have fun.
Always do, brother. I always do.
Bashed my eyebrow.
Oh, that's bad.
Avoided my lashes though.
Nice.
Good.
Nice. How's it going? How's it going? All the chats, all the how are you guys hanging out? Oh, you guys got the plane on camera. Yeah, I'm not crazy, right? Like that looked like that plane fucking dive bomb, dude. Like here, hold on. Let's watch this. Let's watch this clip. How you guys doing, chat? You guys having a good day? Having a good week? I hope so. Wait, did I miss it? Hold on, I missed it. Look at it. Look at it. It just dives straight down, dude.
Oh, people dead.
They're fucking dead. Look at. There you go. I'm good right now, thank you.
Sticker on these. I'm gonna eat.
Yeah. Have you ever the clip? Give it, please. Here you go. Boom. Boom. The tingo scrap. But hopefully you guys are all having a wonderful week and a wonderful day, wonderful Wednesday, having a good time, having no stress, only love. You're welcome. I gotta go barbecue now. All right, Sam's. Thank you, sir. Enjoy your barbecue. Hope you're making good food. Also, hello, Sinvicta.
Also, hello, Austin.
Hi. Oh, hello, Austin.
Or should I say roof?
Yeah. Say that.
Yeah, but he specifically said he should say that.
Roof.
I get it. All right, sorry.
I love that video, man. It's so good. Oh no, I gotta watch arf.mp4 now. Hold on.
Okay, get the freaking controller set up here. Oh, and then
It's gotta happen.
arf.mp5, exactly.
Yeah, oh, Gundog, dude. Gundog.
Oh.
You see,
Dude.
his mistake was doing it while looking longingly over a bridge, when in reality you should do it when being attacked by a spider.
Also, you gonna catch an armored Mewtwo today?
Will it be at my house?
Probably not. Is your house a gym?
No. This is not a holy place.
We can't go for a walk later. There's a we got notification that you shouldn't go outside in New York today because of the heat and air pollution.
Wow, yeah, that's
Just a
bad.
normal thing.
Yeah.
So we got 96 degrees out right now. That's actually not that bad.
Huh. See, that sounds like burning hell on earth.
That's
to
hot,
me,
dude.
to be honest with you.
not
Yeah,
bad.
That's hot.
yeah.
Just give it 2 weeks. It'll be like 105.
Oh, that I want to die. Yeah, that sounds awful.
Play online. Create game.
It's been cool so far. If it's under 100, it's cool.
That's horrifying.
I
I
have
would not be able to live there.
invited you.
Hell yeah.
The trick is to not play Pokemon Go, and by not play Pokemon Go, I mean don't go outside ever for anything. Unless
Sounds
it's night.
good.
If it's
Oh,
night, it's
Dude, I'm going to Florida next week. Why did I get kicked out
you
of the
made
slot?
a Hoborvet too.
I made a
Gotcha.
whole Borvet too. I'm sorry.
But so I was fearful that I was going to be, murdered in the sun, but it's apparently going to be raining all week next week, which is sad, but also kind of nice because we'll be nice and cool.
I don't want to be one with the sun.
I don't
That's
think
when
you
I go
do.
to Florida.
Austin,
What's up?
are you streaming?
No, I figured it's two non-squad based games.
I mean,
so-
don't let me stop you, dude. You're not just streaming to stream. You're streaming to open up a chat portal for horniness, which is nice because
Very
it
true,
it
yeah.
siphons it off from our environments as well.
Yeah, see, you make jokes without info. You can look ignorant.
That's never been a problem, honestly. All right.
Horny chat's been banned for like 4 months.
Is it really banned
Oh, wow.
though, or is it like how I say that I'll ban people, but even if they're
rule
pieces
is
of garbage,
if-
I don't? Because
The rule is if I'm not talking about horny stuff, you can't be talking about horny stuff. And I am historically non-horny.
rules are made to be bent over and broken.
And that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these rules.
If anything, the horniest person is Dan, because
That's absolutely not true.
he's unintentionally horny very often. Like earlier today, he was playing my level, and he did his Daniel thing of adding Y's onto the ends of things. So he said the phrase "subby puppy." Yeah, that's Dan.
Subby puppy.
Subby puppy.
He just doesn't think when he words.
Yeah, Steer in my chat said, quote unquote, unintentional. I suspect Daniel is more keenly aware of what he's doing than he lets
I
on.
don't think he is.
The thing is, he has 2 kids, so I think that makes him the least horny because he knows the consequences.
And he decided to do it twice, so.
Oh,
Yeah.
crown capture.
All right. Let's do it. I'm playing with a mouse and keyboard, by the way.
Madness.
Dan is 100% a Dom. Discuss.
Don't.
Just that you didn't have to read it.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you had to read it, obviously, but you didn't have to read it out loud.
I had to read it because he added me, and that's how that works.
Forgot what button to press. He wouldn't. No, why am I engaging? No.
Yeah, it's unnecessary. It doesn't need to be touched upon.
Oh, why'd you punch me?
I thought that then I would keep you from punching me when I went for the crown.
Bot Jack is invulnerable.
He's too good. That's because he's got no latency, dude. It's host advantage.
Oh, what's happening?
What?
Easy rares, dude.
Bot Jack! Why? We're so far away from the actual action.
Bot Jack,
He's a god.
you fools.
The punch is ridiculous, dude. The range
He
on it
walked
is
through
like...
the fence.
He's just that
He
good.
won. I won. I came in
won.
last.
Yeah,
I won.
I thought I was green.
You're so used to being green.
Not the whole time, but, you know. Whoops.
Send me to the Shadow Realm, dude.
You made the Shatter Dome?
Oh, he's not going to the Shadow Realm. He's going to the Star.
Yo. What? Here's a
Okay.
strange question.
Okay.
What kind of secret tech do you guys think DARPA's got? You think they have mechs? Because I think they got mechs, dude, and I want to see their mechs.
I feel like a mech is something that would actually be, like, easy to make.
Yeah.
It's impractical.
That's what I mean. Is like,
Well,
it's
I think
cool.
like a bipedal mech is very impractical. I would think.
Well, even like the fucking like Boston Dynamics is on the cutting edge of movement-based robotics, and even their stuff like it's cool, but it's like tiny still, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but did you see it grab that hockey stick when the dude tried to hit it with it?
That video is fucking great.
digital video.
Yeah. They did a good job. It did take me a little bit before I realized that it was a gag.
Because I still maintain, like, it is fake. However,
Obviously,
people make fun of me for thinking briefly that it was real for the wrong reason. I did not think that it, like, the robot became sentient and took a gun and chased them out. I thought that Boston Dynamics was having a little bit of a laugh. And they were like, you know, people always make fun of how dangerous our robots would be if they rose up. So we're just going to put a little joke in the video, like, what if it did rise up? And then when I saw it was published by Corridor Digital, because I'd previously seen all of it outside of the context of YouTube, it was all in GIFs on Twitter, I was like, okay, now I get it.
yeah.
See, I couldn't be fooled because I am subscribed to Corridor Digital.
Oh, there you go, dude.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
Is honest question.
What?
You like go to YouTube and look at your subscription feed?
I go for like literally those like the people who upload like once every like 2 months.
Yeah, it's always good.
Like those are the videos I care about.
I look at the recommended and then I
Yep.
refresh the page and
Yep.
see the other recommended.
The algorithm has gotten too good.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's actually been bad for me the last like month, but like the prior like 3 months, I could sit there and refresh recommended and just watch every video it recommended. It's insane.
It is frustrating when the recommended is like, hey, you literally just watched this video. Do you want to watch it again? And my answer is always no, YouTube, every time.
I hate when they hit me with that like super genius recommended from like a video I've seen like 3 years ago, but like Bot Jack cheated. But like it's they got me. It's like, yeah, I saw the video 3 years ago, but you're right. I want to watch it right now. It's been 3 years. How did you know?
It's like when Target found out that lady was pregnant before she knew.
Oh, because of her search history or something?
Yeah, something like that.
I couldn't
Jack.
turn that whole time, just for the record. I was playing in like Doom perspective, where I could not actually use my right analog stick. It was like playing an N64 first-person shooter.
Dude, they should make a Doom minigame in this.
They already did, apparently. Is that Austin? I didn't finish watching because I watched for too long and I had work to do that this compromised. But how long did it take Dan to beat 1-6?
Fuck. He literally had a timer on. So it was like 2 hours, I think.
Wow.
Total.
I left at like 121.
He did beat it. He did not die to the end.
That's
very
good.
curious.
I told him in chat, I don't know if he saw it, but with good intentions, I was like, don't play 1-7 on stream at least, because it'll take your whole stream to beat it.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the. I mean, I didn't think he would be able to beat 1-5, let alone 1-6 or 1-7. So I mean, we'll see what he does. But you know, if he skips it 2-1 through 2-4, that's all his speed. You know.
Oh, I feel that. I mean, he posted a video of him doing my second level today, which is, I mean, it's kind of needlessly reductive, but the level is about 35 seconds long. And the video is 32 or 33 minutes. And I was just like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, oh no. I guess I will be using the keyboard and mouse as well.
When you told me your 1-7 video was like 2 hours.
Yeah, 1-7 is very hard. I don't really know what's happening to the screen right now. You guys see 2 steps constantly.
No, you're just waiting to make a decision.
Yeah. You gotta like choose an arrow. Apparently.
Yeah. Oh, it's getting insanely laggy now.
Well, good luck.
Yeah, we're just.
Dude,
Yeah,
actually,
it's busted.
As an aside, sometimes though, with the YouTube recommended, videos get real sticky. Like you watch one video on a particular topic and it's like, oh, you wanted to watch videos about conspiracy theories? Well, here's your entire recommended videos are all about different conspiracy theories.
Oh, watching a video about conspiracy theories on YouTube is just asking for trouble, I think.
I mean, that's true. But I was looking them up.
Bombs all over the place. Like you click on a, oh, you moved.
But the arrows are still on the screen.
You also got crushed.
Are they still on the screen? What is this?
Rockin' rhythm, dude.
Rockin' rhythm.
Oh, I'm gonna lose
my
so bad.
God.
Oh no.
You've got to be kidding me.
And they really add a lot of games to this, which
God,
is cool.
it's so laggy. Do you guys see the horrible frame
We're
rate?
dancing.
We are dancing.
This is actually god awful. Like, I'm not the mode. The mode is fine. The whatever's happening client side for me is actually like, it's not doable. This is unplayable.
This is completely out of time with the song, and it's infuriating.
Oh my god,
Oh,
there's
yeah.
1 minute of this torture remaining.
There's a minute. Oh no, dude.
Where's expert mode?
It's actually like making me a little nauseous. I'm not just being a baby about it. Like, this is, it's unacceptable. And it's not the game's fault. I think it's because my controller wasn't working, so I unplugged it halfway through. But
I've lost my streak.
Do you want to like restart after this?
yeah,
minigame?
I think we'll have to.
Okay.
Like, it's super not even playable.
You're beating Bot Jack at least.
I feel like the timing is like very easy for me because the notes are scrolling by at the slowest speed I've ever seen.
No. I hate rhythm games, dude. But I still won.
No,
It's still counting all of our scores for me.
Excuse me? 2782 is a higher number than 2780.
On
I
my
had
screen,
49.
on my screen, you all had 500 points. I don't know. Maybe it's working now.
Let me send you to the Shadow Realm and we'll find out.
It seems not framey anymore.
Oh.
But I don't know. Do you guys see those 2 arrows on the screen?
What? No.
No. No, not at all.
Also have no sound anymore.
You okay?
We should definitely restart.
I just
feel
want to
like.
see if it's still screwed up in the next minigame.
All right.
So I'll tell you what happened. Is it went 2 steps and like take a direction, whatever direction you please. I unplugged my controller because it wasn't letting me select, and then it spawned like an arrow per frame. That was like, pick up direction, dude. And then when I plugged the controller back in, it was like, okay, you're good to go. But I think it spawned like perhaps tens of thousands of arrows. Also just walked through a treasure chest.
Oh,
You did, yeah.
oh, you don't have enough keys.
I don't have enough keys, though.
enough keys, dude.
Oh, there is sound. It's just it is very quiet.
Yeah, but that's just like the Northern Lion experience, right?
Yeah, I like to keep my voice high in this in the mix. So don't get your hopes up here. I'll keep you posted. Oh, it's unplayable. Absolutely unplayable. I gotta go.
I'm gonna quit.
Yeah, let's.
Oh, it turns the game, right?
Does it quit the whole game?
Whole game.
Oh no, we're good. Actually, my quit didn't. Just brought me to the main menu.
Absolutely unplayable. All right. Play online. Create game. Create. Invite friends. Add AI. Bot Jack.
Well, I'm red now, apparently.
Oh no. Mine looked framey for a second. I hope mine's not blasted.
Was it framey or
I think
like
it's fine.
an insult to human eyes?
I think it was just very slightly framey.
Austin, could you ready up, please?
Trying. Guess I'll just leave the lobby.
Okay. Invite friends.
Did not mean to do that.
Austin.
Oh, no, wait, no, never mind.
Just one second. Just I don't. Oh, unavailable.
Unavailable.
All right. I guess the thing I wanted to do was not allowed.
Borderlands mask?
I guess. Yeah, try that. Oh, you already had it on.
Easy rares, dude. The rares are easy.
Dude, so I'm a little weirded out.
Okay.
So I wanted to see like early Lion King, like not reviews, but like social media things came out, and it was making it trends. So I clicked on it, and I was like, oh, let's see what people are saying about the movie, and it was like glowingly positive.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was getting creeped out because everyone was like saying remarkably similar things to the point where it like it was reading like a script.
Nah, I don't. I can't let you go down this road.
I mean,
dude,
it's not
the amount of tweets that said the exact sentence "Timon and Pumbaa steal the show" was creeping me out. It was the exact same wording too.
Like at this point, we have enough evidence so that like that's not like a tinfoil hat theory. This is something that companies do. You know? Like,
no, but these are
aware.
like these are from blue check marks on Twitter, like the film editor for Collider and stuff like that.
But it was that one. What was the other sentence that came up an alarming amount of time? Oh yeah, it changes the game of like movies or animation or whatever. Like it was all slightly different, but they all used the phrase "change the game." It read like Disney was like, "Hey, you're allowed to come see the movie, but you have to tweet one of these things about the movie."
So, like, similarly, actually, the other day I saw that Amazon was in a kerfuffle because John Oliver did a segment about their warehouses. And then one of the Amazon spokespeople were like, well, I'm really sad that they didn't come out and see like the great people and what they do to like, do good things for Amazon and stuff. And then the entire freaking reply, all the replies to that have like Amazon FC2 employee, and they talk about and apparently Amazon just hired a bunch of their factory workers and paid them some money so that they could astroturf and say nice things about the warehouse conditions. So, like, it's
Wrenches?
just you son of a bitch. Was that Bot Jack?
It's just like this happens all over the place. You gotta pay attention to where this kind of shit is happening.
I mean, I
Like
do agree with that, but when it comes to like early impressions of a movie, I'm much more inclined to believe that just early enthusiasts, the people that they kind of invite to begin with, tend to be the kind of people that would glowingly praise something to begin with, and maybe also use hyperbolic turns of phrase like change.
You think that many
same hyperbolic turns
also
of phrase,
do you
though.
think that many people like Bird Box that much that they need?
No, but these I'm not talking about random Twitter astroturfers. I'm talking about people that actually work in like film review or film criticism.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think like the critics are compromised.
The only thing
necessarily.
that critics have colluded on is putting out a hit on Gotti.
That's true, actually. They did put a hit out on Gotti.
Like, I get what you're saying, but I think my personal expectation is that when you have like a super special effects driven movie, it's maybe not that suspicious that a lot of people are using the phrase change the game.
I just go read them for yourself.
I did. I read them last night.
You did.
I did because you can go see it on Twitter. It's not fake news. I added Kate Lovely Momo. I meant to put the eyes emoji in too, but I forgot.
I mean, you keep in mind. I mean, I want this movie to be good, so like I have a vested interest in the movie, but it's just like it was uncanny. It was uncanny how similar everyone's praise was.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know.
They weren't reviewers. They were like influencers. They wasn't.
Yes,
like
I do
critics.
agree with that.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was one. If you read the reactions, there was one dude with BuzzFeed who was like, the effects are really good, but I think the movie kind of sucks because lions can't emote. And then just the existence of one of those makes me think, this was not like androids Disney paid to get into the movie or paid to watch the movie and tweet positive things.
Yeah, but like he's not necessarily talking about that. Oh, I think like,
it loaded eventually.
Okay. Oh, yep. Now we're good. You're right.
But that's like how, I don't know, early screenings that don't this sounds super rude to the people that got invited, but early screenings that don't invite real critics oftentimes tend to be like exclusively positive, even for shit that ends up being like horrible when it comes out.
Yeah. And this is way too easy.
Said the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I've seen enough on the internet of these like the bots stuff that I can imagine a very considerable portion of them being those astroturfing like bot shit. You know? Or even if it's not that, it could also just be, people being paid like, hey, here's $20, say something nice about the Lion King on Twitter,
I don't know, man. Like, I mean, anything is possible. Excuse me, Bot Jack. I'll admit, it could be possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, and I understand that it would pique suspicion to have the exact same verbiage. But I don't know, I almost had to hit it with if we're talking about conjecture, the counter argument of why wouldn't Disney be like, hey, don't type the exact shit that we wrote on the rider for this, instead of like, please type something in the spirit of this. Like, we always assume that the company is just confident or just competent enough to do evil things, but not to do them well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think.
Wow.
Oh man. Double. It's incredible.
Triple.
The thing, okay, because I know people are like, you're naive to believe this. It sounds, they're saying I'm naive, just to be fair.
Yeah.
You don't have any proof. To believe something on suspicion without proof is to me way more dangerous than
here's the thing.
Disbelieving something on suspicion alone.
You don't have proof in this specific instance, but you have a preponderance of evidence that this is going on in a very
with respect to paid
fashion.
astroturfers on Twitter that are basically like, stolen photos and stuff like that. I completely agree. But with respect to people who are like film editors at super major publications.
Yeah. I mean, I still, I'm with you there. I don't think that oh no, I don't want to do this one again. I I'm still with you there. I don't think the majority of those people are in any way compromised by like money necessarily. But with that said, I'm also not saying that they all are free of that. You know what I mean?
Of course, yeah. I mean, I kind of look at it like, specifically, did you guys, I don't know if you saw the video or like the clip from the video that Force posted about being at the Borderlands 3 reveal?
No.
Maybe not, but he, I mean, I felt like we were kindred spirits. Like, almost everybody at the event was like wearing the branded merch that they had been given by 2K and Gearbox, which I understand. And then like they're making announcements and people are like openly cheering despite also being members of the press. And I get it, you know, you got invited to like a cool thing and you might just be like a genuine super fan of the franchise to begin with. So you want to like your hype or you want to get your audience hype. That's more of what I look at it as, is that like, you know, Disney invited me to this event, and, you know, I genuinely liked the movie, probably, but, you know, there's, like, more insidious influence, I guess, just in continuing to be re-invited, I suppose. Like, I know probably nobody from RogerEbert.com got invited to the Lion King pre-screening, would be my guess. How did you beat me by 1 point? Out of 4,000 points.
I think this is one of those games where the points don't matter and the rules are made up because we all have different point values on everybody's different screens. But yeah. I mean, like I feel where you're coming from, but I don't think that is what Austin is specifically talking about.
I'm not trying to mischaracterize
I don't
what he's
even
saying.
know what it is I'm saying they did. It weirds me out that of the like 30 tweets that I read, 20 plus, maybe even 25 plus, use the same exact verbiage.
Yeah,
it's just too many for me.
I don't know. I think you're being rightfully skeptical, personally, but you know, it is one of those things. Like, you know, Ryan's not wrong. We don't know, but at the same time, there's
thank you.
There's so much evidence otherwise.
I push back against this stuff, not out of naivete necessarily that I'm like, oh, everything is always as it seems and there's no nefarious influence. But I always push back against things that there is no concrete proof of that also fits the narrative that people already have, if that makes sense. Like, I think if you made a conspiracy theory that was like, you know, very uncomfortable to believe, people are like, I don't buy it, where's the evidence? But if you make a conspiracy theory that's like, this thing that I thought was happening, check it out. People are like, I get it.
Here's the thing. That is like totally the right way to view the world, right? Like that, like you should be skeptical of people that are overly skeptical of everything, right? Like, sure, totally. But people aren't wrong when they say, like, if you're just ignoring all of the accumulation of all the various evidence of this shit happening constantly, then that's the same thing.
Well, I'm not ignoring the evidence though, because Bird Box wasn't made by Disney.
Well, yeah.
You know, it's a bunch of streamers have done some fucked up shit too. And then people are like, you know, oh, man, streamers are trash. And I'm like, you're not wrong, but, you know, you mean like all of them but us, right?
He ran over to the lava to assassinate me! What a fucking maniac! Did you see that? It worked, Buckjack's ruthless. It was like a fucking Captain Falcon down air spike, dude. Is totally unnecessary.
It was well, it wasn't really a Pyrrhic victory, right? It was like a real victory.
Look, all I'm saying is that the critics put out a hit on the Lion King, so Disney recruited the lizard people under the control of Adolf Hitler, still alive in Brazil, to make Lion King successful. So that's all I'm saying. Their evidence is there.
Oh, I was like, why are they taking their turn? Wait, is this... No, this is Austin. Okay.
Oh.
I thought it was me. It's just like, I don't know.
Argentina, yeah.
I think it's just, and I don't want to, because it's obviously the slippery slope, which is a fallacy to begin with. But like, you know, when you, it's tough to be in the position that I'm in, which is like, I don't know, like fighting back against something that there's no evidence for, but is very easy to comfortably believe, if that makes sense.
I didn't have any I'm not of the mind that this is something like Rob is the one that's saying it's something that happens often. I didn't really hold that belief before. I literally just thought of it because of what I was reading, not because I was like, oh, it's Disney. I bet you they're doing this shit. Let me go confirm it. I was just like, oh man, people are talking about The Lion King. Well, I hope it's good.
Where I end up is like, for like decades, people, anytime there's something people disagree with in the gaming industry, they're like, this game got too high of scores, this game got too low of scores. People are like, you know, well, they got paid off, or they got paid off by a competitor to give a bad review for this. And like, there's essentially very little evidence that has ever happened, or at least has not happened since the existence of like Nintendo Power and GamePro. And we get accused of it now and then as well, even though we have to like legally disclose sponsor stuff all the time, which is why, like, you know, just a little bit of coincidental wording and maybe talking points, I'll admit, that might have been, you know, given in like a speech before the movie or something like that. I'm skeptical of saying like, you know, this is a conspiracy of paid reviews by Disney.
Yeah, right. But I think I think after a certain point, though, like, you have to take in everything of you know, all of the stuff, and not just automatically assume that everything is on the level, you know? Because I think that can lead you to the wrong kind of thinking, in the same way that thinking everything is a conspiracy is too. You know what I mean? That makes sense?
But I disagree, but I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
I get it. Like, I would be... Wait, I was actually going to bring up The Lion King as well, but and not for the same reason, but I guess for kind of like a palette-swapped reason, where I saw all these critics that were like, hey, The Lion King is pretty good, and then they had like 1,000 or 3,000 people in their mentions that were like, yeah, I mean, it's a good movie, but like, do we need it right now? And I was like, you haven't seen the movie, and they've seen the movie. I'm not saying that you're gonna necessarily agree with them or have to agree with them, but why, if they've actually seen the movie and you've made a preconceived notion of how you feel about the film based on a trailer, how are you gonna argue with them?
Yeah, I think if the movie comes out and it's not a game changer, or if it's like bad, then I'm gonna tell you, oh, Boschak just fucking missed.
Yeah, NLA.
He did.
Then I think I'll be even more suspicious. But like, at the end of the day, like, I just hope the movie's good. I want to see it. Like,
yeah, I'm still gonna watch it no matter what, because I want to see it. I do also hope it's good.
I did. Basically, what I got from the reaction was like, people are like, if you have nostalgia for it, you're gonna cry your eyes out the whole time. The music is good as you would expect given the cast that's involved, and the special effects are incredible. But also, computer lions have trouble conveying emotion on their face, so it does dampen the effect of that a little bit. That was what I saw from the reactions.
I could totally see that being the case.
That and the game being changed, naturally.
Well, it's gonna change the game. No, I pressed
son of a bitch. You. Even though I beat you, I'm still third.
I won.
Even though I went the furthest.
I won.
Well, we're all first, except for the bot. Yeah.
Wait. Are any of you close to the chest? I'm close to the chest.
You're close to the chest.
Yeah. So blow yourself up.
This will stop me.
I don't think it will.
Oh!
It's that good.
You learn something new every day.
Dude, I want to get some more omu rice.
You know, you should, next time you and Kate are in the same location, you guys should get omu rice together.
I've never had omu rice. Is it very good?
It's really good. I was surprised at how good it was.
Let me ask you 2 questions. Do you like rice?
Yes.
Do you like omelets?
Yes.
There's a third question.
Okay.
How do you feel about, ketchup?
Not huge on it, but I'm not like as opposed as some on the internet are.
I think you would like omurice then.
Okay.
I don't like ketchup on. I mean, I'm not saying I don't like it. I've never tried it, and I didn't want to try it, but it worked. But
Yeah.
it was a delicate balance. If there was any more ketchup than they put on there, I would have hated it probably.
Did they just
I thought
they
they-
drew Rilakuma's face on it?
What?
Rilakuma, the relax bear.
Isn't it like a specific kind of sauce though?
Sometimes.
You can get it with a demi glaze, yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, I think the most great
Oh my
trifecta.
god, another triple.
The most common version, I think, is with ketchup.
Really?
I think so, at least.
The only I've never had it, so that I believe you. The only time that I've ever seen omurice is on like YouTube videos, and it's always the people, they slice it and then the eggs fall and it looks all pretty, and then they just dump a can of that sauce on it. That's usually how I see it. So, but yeah, I believe that.
Those were my keys, dude. I bought Jack.
I think I've been properly owned. I tried to order it again, and it was like, you're out of range of this restaurant.
Oh,
I hate that, dude.
It's just gone. All right, well, that was my one chance to ever have that. I guess I'll never have it again.
No!
The bot's so good. He's not that good.
I
love having big hands.
Bot Jack, you're a piece of shit. This is.
Oh, you haven't considered the jump strat.
I punch. No. You fools.
Yeah. No, come on.
Oh, that was the best move I'll ever do in this game,
So
and it bought me like
good.
1 extra point.
Well, I have it for the first time ever. God, I was on the other side of the thing.
I'm telling you, I got like a 90-inch reach for some reason.
For some reason, yeah.
Anybody close to the...
I don't think so.
Gotta make an audible here. What are we ordering?
Sushi.
There's no good sushi here.
You are in Texas.
My particle trail is just leading to a dead end. I don't I'm sure
Alright.
you guys will find it, but I don't know.
An important decision here, Ryan. Can you stop talking about whatever you're talking about?
I feel you, dude.
Get some Indian.
That's a great idea.
I had it recently, but I could be convinced.
True.
I had it 4 days ago, but I like it.
Come on,
Right?
man.
Shut up.
I would get some omu rice. Butter chicken tikka masala would taste pretty good right now.
Look, I like butter chicken. You can't. I
Hey,
know that's
my
like
dad's
basic bitch Indian food, but come on, it's delicious.
my dad suggested Indian food. Papa dumb? No, Papa very smart. Me likey.
This is maybe the worst bit you've ever done.
Indian
It
food for
probably
dinner?
is.
That's a non-issue, brother.
Any others?
Pour me some of that up as well, please.
No.
Yeah, this is terrible. It's terrible. And what is this? Oh,
You can baji your bottom dollar. I'm into that.
I don't even know what word that was a pun of.
That's
It's,
onion bajis.
Bargy or
No, I don't know what the other word you were trying to say with it was.
Yeah, I don't remember.
No, I lasered.
That's a bad sign.
You know what's really cool about this game is having no perspective on the height of the lasers at all.
Yep.
But having to jump over all of them, I think.
Yeah, this is a banger.
No.
Oh, I'm dead.
Oh, come on, that
I think
hit
they
me.
changed this. Wow. Okay. Wowie.
Oh, Rob, he's neutralized all of his lateral movement in order to maximize his jumping focus.
He's right. Oh, no! Oh, the focus was lost. I had to speak. Yeah.
No, I did not see the new Hellboy, because I heard that it was one of the worst films released in the last decade.
It looked pretty bad.
That's a movie 100% is in that perfect movie channel range for me, where like I will not pay to see it directly. However, I will, if it's on the movie channel, I will be like, you know what? Yeah, DVR.
Yeah. Or if it shows up on Netflix one day.
Dude. I
Be
watched,
like, yeah, all right.
I watched, so I watched the first episode of Chernobyl last night, for one.
Oh,
as a segue.
all right.
And that was a very...
That's the one where Will Smith is...
right.
He's friends with the orc.
Speaking of which, Chernobyl was a dark show. I mean, the first episode was
yeah.
basically just like, 55 minutes of people slowly having the realization that they were going to die.
Yep.
But, very compelling television. Then after that, on HBO Live was the first part of this 2-part documentary called I Love You Now Die. I don't know. It's a title like that. It's like a true crime documentary about the case of this young woman was dating a guy who was depressed, and then he was like, I'm going to commit suicide, and she was like, do it, She was encouraging him to do it, effectively.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up.
It's a very, very interesting documentary. And then I heard the second part of it, they totally flipped the script on you, too. They play with your expectations. So I'm interested to see. I only saw the first part so far, but it's very compelling.
Oh, I'll check it out. It's all nonfiction, I assume.
Nonfiction, HBO.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is in
I'll
media
check
res.
that.
It's still going on right now.
I don't watch nonfiction.
Unless
it's about nuclear power plants and...
Well, apparently that's fiction.
It is
to
still
Chad
fiction.
Anyway.
I mean...
Well, actually, they really exaggerated.
Excuse me,
the
Bod Jack?
radiation.
Bod Jack shadowed me.
It really wasn't that much big of a...
Shut up. People like that need to be just removed from being allowed to type in chats.
I talked about it for like a
agreed.
half an hour in a Gungeon episode today, and I was like, you know what? I'm just like one dude. I don't know. I don't have the best advice for living your life necessarily. I just have stuff that works for me. But I've hit the point where I think I've just maxed out on negativity, and I'm like, you can find negativity anywhere if you have to actively put it out into the world for stuff that other people largely like.
Yeah.
Just fuck off.
I agree.
Like when I was specifically talking about it within the context of Chernobyl, which is like, probably 98% of people.
Yeah, just talk about the nice things about what happened at Chernobyl, guys.
No, it's I was talking about it within the context of it as an entertainment with no problems or possible consequences around it forever. But, there's no faster way than to get dissenting opinions than to just be like, I like something. People will be like, I like it too. But at the same time, his mustache wasn't styled that way contemporaneously with the actual media being produced. Which is why I'm like, you know what? If you have a salient criticism that actually is relevant, then that's fine, obviously. But just nonsensically being like, hey, I see you've put something positive out into the world about something you like. I'm just going to hit you because I'm worried you're not being balanced with a little bit of negativity. Just to sort of like dimple your opinion a little bit there. That's where I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just over it.
Yeah.
You know what I think it comes from? The Chernobyl criticisms, and I think this is going to get a lot of people angry. Not maybe at me, but just like, it's a bit silly. But like, there's a lot, like the nuclear argument is very, it's like the circumcision argument, it's like the abortion argument, it gets people going,
Yeah.
And I think since the show dramatizes and makes nuclear seem very dangerous, I mean, it is, but it seems very dangerous. People are like, but we can't be scaring people with things like this. So we gotta, you know.
I shouldn't say I find this funny because I don't mean it that way, but I feel like where I live, there's almost no controversy about nuclear power. There's probably controversy, but less so. And it's always interesting to hear that they're, you know, in other parts of the world, they're like, oh, it's still like a huge, like, controversial issue.
I mean, I'm among the people that was against the idea of them putting a nuclear power plant in or near New York City because I think the risk is just not worth it. Even though, yes, it is incredibly safe and incredibly unlikely to melt down.
Yeah, you see, when you say things like that, people lose their fucking minds and they call you an idiot. They think you're a scared dummy dumb. It's actually like,
see, look at the chat. Yeah, immediately.
I can't look at the chat.
Dude, they're all so mad at me. Look, it's just, even if the chance is 0.00001%, you could take out one of the largest economic centers in the world for the rest of human history. Like, that seems just not worth it.
Well, part of it is, like, I'm pro-nuclear power, but if they were like, hey, we're going to build a nuclear power plant, like, you know, a kilometer away from you, I would take a look. I would be like, you know what, I'll take a closer look at the issue right now. Like, this is one of the things that I'll be like, you know what, I like nuclear power, but, like, not here. If we could just move it over someplace where I don't live, that would be fine. But, and it isn't fair, absolutely, but.
Yeah.
It's like, I want to get the electricity, but I don't want, like, the radiation risk, if possible.
Yeah.
It's annoying, though, because, like, when you it's like being scared of flying, right? Like, it's such a small chance that you're gonna crash in an airplane. It's insanely small. You should just not be scared of it. It's just almost impossible, like, mathematically, that it'll happen to you. But it's still scary when you're sitting up there and you're scared of flying. Like, the fear isn't, it's not just like someone could walk up to you and be like, it's only like a 0.01% chance of happening. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm not scared anymore. You did it. You cured me.
Well, I think like part of it is like nuclear power when it goes incredibly wrong.
Yeah.
People are like, I mean, it's an event, right?
Yeah.
Whereas like fossil fuels will and have killed like millions of people. But do it in kind of like a more mundane way. That's just like, instead of like having your hands melt off of your forearms, you just kind of like, you just die earlier.
Yeah. Well, and coal power plants do give off radiation. It's just like, you know, not like Chernobyl levels, but they do give off like, you know, harmful levels of
the 3.6 Rentgen.
Not
terrible.
Not great. Not terrible. Yep. Yeah.
Anyway,
I mean, it's like, you know, 3 Mile Island, Chernobyl, Fukushima. Those places are not like gonna be good for literally like the entire amount of time of human history that we've had so far.
The Fukushima one makes me mad too, because whenever you bring that, because like you talk about Chernobyl and you're like, oh, well, you know, it happened in Chernobyl. They're like, yeah, the safety mechanisms in Chernobyl and the oversight was as bad as it could possibly be. The reactor wasn't built right, and they're correct. Like, oh, that's true. But then you're like, okay, what about Fukushima? And they're like, it's a freak accident. It was a tsunaami. Like, it's the chances of that happening. Yeah, but it fucking happened, though.
Exactly, yeah.
It's you don't just get to wave your hand and be like, it's low odds. It'll never, ever happen.
That did also kickstart the events of 2014's Godzilla. Which I feel like a lot. But in many ways, that was good, right? Like, I haven't seen the second movie, but doesn't Godzilla, he's trying to save the planet from Mothra on that one?
He is trying to save the planet. Well, not from Mothra. I mean, come on now.
Mothra's Gamora?
Fluffy moth girlfriend, yeah. No, from King Ghidorah. But, yeah, honestly, like, what Austin is saying is very true, and one of the things that why I'm skeptical of it, like, outside of, like, a major urban center like New York, is nuclear power plants aren't corruption proof. You know what I mean? Like, so if there is corruption or a lack of funding and stuff and standards start slipping, that's bad at a coal factory. That's infinitely worse at a nuclear power plant. You know what I mean? So
Give me those. These are mine. Yeah, well, I got half. It's just you don't. I'm not saying we should ban nuclear energy. I think it's something that we definitely should do more of. We're not doing enough of. But like,
I agree.
I get mad when people call you an idiot or get mad at you for being fearful of it, as if it's some infinitely safe thing that is impossible or anything can go wrong. That's where I just start getting frustrated because it's like,
I'm with you.
The world doesn't work
at chat right now
in like yes or no terms. It makes no sense.
Oh wait, that's not
Everyone's a cactus.
No.
You can... I think you can portal a cactus.
No, you can't.
You can't portal a
it
cactus?
it knocks the
I
cactus
don't think
off.
so.
That is me. I don't know why after an hour I don't know who I am in this game.
We changed. No, we never did. No, we did. We did.
We did
restart
halfway
the game,
through.
yeah.
We did. It's a little embarrassing, but you know, it is what it is. I don't know, man. So I watched the first episode of Chernobyl the other day. Yesterday. It's pretty.
It's good.
It's pretty good. Guess I'll.
What's your opinion on it? Right? Let's see. How do you feel about nuclear energy?
Well, I mean, like, I'm definitely.
Because if you
for
don't give a controversial opinion, then the post show thread's really.
Well,
gonna
the
be,
thing is, like
bad for
earlier,
us.
my opinion, and this it definitely puts me at risk of lull enlightened centrism, but I almost feel like it's not worth giving my opinion because largely I'm uninformed and do not live in an area. I live in an area where I get the benefits, but maybe none of the consequences. And you know, in our last segment, we were talking about how like streamers maybe not stay in their lane as a bad context to it, but like you know, like if they're not necessarily enlightened about a subject or educated about a subject,
we're allowed to do that because we get people yelling at us and calling us bad names regardless.
And
so we pay the price.
In this case, like I like when if I'm talking about like a nuclear power plant opening in New York, that does directly affect.
No, I mean I know, but it's
So-
like it's less that I like I'm worried about having an opinion that people would disagree with, and more like I feel uncomfortable talking about it specifically just because I'm not informed about nuclear power and the risks and the alternatives, basically. So I'm pleading the fifth out of a lack of confidence, more or less. I will say, like I have. I went to school and lived with people who are, environmental engineers. And largely those people were, I mean, pretty much exclusively pro-nuclear. And I have kind of leaned on their opinions, throughout my life. But those are also the opinions that they had 9 or 10 years ago in university. Their opinions might have changed since then. Or maybe they've become stronger. I don't know.
I actually got 3 in a row. That's amazing. The thing that gets me though is that like I get where the anger comes from, and like, you can see some people in chat like, being scared of a very small chance thing, and we're gonna kill the Earth because of it, right? Like because we won't make nuclear plants, and it makes no sense because we're not gonna kill the Earth if we don't install 100 new nuclear power plants. We're gonna kill the Earth if we don't shut down the hundreds and thousands of coal and chemical plants that exist. Like, it doesn't matter really what we replace them with, but that's going to be way fucking harder than installing nuclear plants.
Well, you just replace them with clean coal.
Why...
Now I like that.
See, there were a couple of people, as you were saying that completely reasonable statement, that were just like, wrong! You're wrong! It's just like, no, it's just not! Like, it's just... Why does everything have to be like I object? Like it's all like we live in like a Phoenix Wright world.
You took the joke from me.
I was gonna say we live in a society.
Both are applicable jokes for this.
Oh my god.
So I watched the first episode of Chernobyl.
No, okay.
It gets really good. It's a very good show. Oh, I'm dead.
Okay.
So I considered deliberately dying there.
Wait, what?
And then I said, "No, I want to live," and then I died accidentally.
I was streaming because on my screen, all three of you fell into the pit and died. So I stood still and went, "Oh, I won." And then Bot Jack materialized up onto the right side as I fell to my death. So, that was unfortunate.
I also watched an IFC documentary on Netflix last night called My Brother's Keeper. It's about four 60-something brothers in, I think they're in like super, super rural Illinois, who live in a dilapidated shack like in the woods. And as you might expect, murder does factor in. One of the brothers was ill, and the other brother, maybe I fell asleep before the end because I was watching it to fall asleep. But one of the other brothers may have smothered him as a mercy killing. But honestly, like the documentary, I don't want to say it's hilarious, but it's compelling because they're old. And they're, like, simple people. I don't mean they're dumb necessarily, but I mean, like, they live in the woods, and they farm, and they, like, talk to each other. And that's basically... And they can't hear anything, so they're always going, huh? And then, like, it's almost like an extended, like, Making a Murderer phone interview. They're like, well, did you kill your brother? And then he's like, no. And they're like, well, did you tell the police that you killed your brother? And he's like, yeah, I told them that. And they're like, why'd you tell them that? And I'm like, I don't know. They were saying I did it, so I told them I did it. And they're just like, why would you do that? And then they're like, can you read? And he's like, oh, not too much. They're like, can any of you read? And they're like, oh, me most of all. And it's like, amusing, admittedly. It sounds terrible to say it. But then on top of that is like the police definitely took advantage of these people because they were illiterate. And we're like, hey, sign this piece of paper that is a confession that you killed your brother. And the guy was like, all right, I can't read, so I'll just sign it. And then later they were like, did you sign this? And he's like, no, I didn't sign anything. And they're like, well, what'd you do? And he's like, I just wrote my name. And we're like, hey, dude, that's a signature.
Yeah, that's...
You should do it. It's a compelling watch. I would recommend.
So wait, so who did kill the brother?
No, I fell asleep before the end, so I don't know.
My brain was struggling to process what I even wanted to say there, but yeah, who killed the brother?
Well, I mean, there was two options. He was either smothered or he died of whatever illness was plaguing him. But it's also interesting because, like, he confessed to murder, whether under, coercion or not. But the whole town rallied around him because they're like, we don't think he did it. It's almost like a Christopher Guest or like a Richard Linklater film or something like that. They're like, yeah, I mean, he may have killed his brother, but I don't think he did. And even if he did, he probably had a good reason. Like, they threw like potlucks and dances and stuff for him. It's a bizarre and very
wild, regardless whether he killed him or not. That's just weird.
I would recommend it. I mean, we're turn 15 of Infinity.
Yeah, we can move on.
Austin wins. See you in 3 minutes.
We did it.
Easy words, dude.
I believe it's called My Brother's Keeper, but I don't remember.
It's called My Brother and Me, or
my brother, my brother,
my brother, and I.
My brother, and
That's
I.
the one where Will Smith and an orc.
Right. That's the one.
And me.
And me.
And me.
All podcasts together.
Mm-hmm.
Codename. Oh, dude, I forgot to... No, you're right. That joke is so much better. If we just put a variation and we're like, my brother and me. That's the podcast where Jim Carrey's split personalities podcast with one another. And also, Renee Zellweger is there. That documentary has an actual 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. I told you. It's
But when do the Lion King reviews come out?
probably after this weekend's releases, or maybe this Friday would be my guess.
Oh, you know what else has a 100% on for TV on Rotten Tomatoes? I'm looking at
Let me guess.
Okay.
Bright.
Yes.
I knew it. Will Smith, he's TV gold, dude. Fresh Prince.
I'm just saying. Stranger Things 90, Big Little Lies 96, Dark 100%.
Wow. Dude, that's really good.
It's amazing.
I have to restart my
guys.
stream.
Hello.
Hello, Corey.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Corey.
Do you know what I watched last night?
My brother and me.